Gum out of your mouth. If you don't feel like standing, go home. Go in the bag. Go in the bag. You can leave. I'll excuse you. Leave. My name is Michelle Law, and I'm the director of the PD Community Youth Choir, and I'm also the founder of that ministry. And I was led to start that ministry really over 5 years ago, but I didn't really get my confirmation to do it until 2 years ago. And it came through Ryan Hennix coming to me and saying, let's start a choir. 1, 2. Hey! Come on, choir! I wanted to really know that I could make a difference in their lives. I have young people, I have several who don't have a mother or a father. And when I say they don't have a mother or a father, what I mean is that their parents are deceased. They're being raised by grandparents. They needed somebody who they could look at and see their mother in it. And I believe that that's why God placed me in their lives. I'm not only their choir director, I'm their big sister, I'm their mother, I'm their mentor, I'm the social worker when I need to be the social worker, I'm the confidant when they need to share a secret that they don't want anybody else to know. Jesus loves the little children of the world. I want all of God's children to be a part of this ministry. And I invite them to come.
Hey, my name's Dylan King. I come out to the Sumter Skate Park almost every day because skateboarding is my favorite thing to do. I come out to the skate park almost every day after school to practice and everything to get better. All my friends come out here and skateboard all the time, and we always practice together and stuff. All right, back to skateboarding. Hopefully one day I'll be a pro skateboarder. I just have to keep practicing and practicing and concentrate on what I'm doing.
Get up, Charlie. I've been a farmer all my life. 75 years old, and do a lot that a lot of people can't do. Get up. Charlie ain't but 7 months old. Get up. I bring him out every day and work him a couple hours ever since he was 2 months old. Get up. My friends laugh at me about this now. No, that don't stop me. I left to pick on them, and they left to pick on me. A lot of days I come out here and work from morning to dark, without even going in the house. I enjoy it. Get up, step up now.
Believe it or not, that was a golf cart that just flew by. Last year, Michael Giuliani of Garden City transformed a 1974 Pargo gas-powered golf cart into a replica of a 1941 Willis.
Ever since I was a young boy, it's always been my favorite car, so I built one. Didn't have anything else to do. Wild, crazy mind that I got. Here we are.
You need to fill up some space. Okay.
This souped-up Hemi-looking golf cart took only 10 days to build, complete with a working tachometer, a cool-looking gear stick with an 8-ball on it, and how about the Hemi blower?
The first 3 days was the hardest because it was all to mold into the fiberglass. But once that part was done, it was nothing but adding big seats and adding paint and a little bit more added imagination to keep going.
Golf cart building started as a hobby for Michael G., but now it has turned into a big business. Here's his latest golf cart venture. He and his partner are working on transforming this old golf cart into a 1957 Corvette.
Putting this together for a friend to take to the Woodward Dream Cruise, and hopefully it'll turn some heads and spin some wheels.
The 1941 Willis golf cart gets a lot of stares from people when he goes flying by. Being a golf cart lover, I just had to try it out. Wow, I could not believe I was driving a golf cart. I thought it was a sports car. Michael G. would not elaborate on how fast his cart would go. He would only say this.
They don't call me Pokemon, but it will do the speed limit.
Michael G. says he has no plans of selling his 1941 Willis golf cart, but if he did, it would cost you about $20,000. Mikey G says you can do just about anything you want to with a golf cart and make it run as fast as you want to. But he says speed costs money. On the road with Cecil's World in Garden City, I'm Cecil Chandler. The Flying Tigers Remote Control Club in Lake City has some 45 members that love flying their model planes.
We usually come out on Saturdays and Sundays and fly. We have range anywhere from 8 to 80. Just come out and eat hot dogs, fly, and get all the family out and fly around a little friendly competition and go to different events.
These planes range from 3 feet to 8 feet long, and you can spend thousands of dollars for the big boy toys. Kids love flying the planes.
Well, it's pretty fun that you can get outside and fly. I've had about $300 in this plane here, and I hope to step up to a bigger plane sometime soon.
The Flying Tigers compete in events all over South and North Carolina, and when they travel, they take everything with them.
I got a 6x12 trailer here that I usually keep about 4 or 5 airplanes in, and got all my equipment in it so I can just pick up and leave whenever I want.
The sport of remote control flying is not just for the guys anymore.
Well, I've been flying about 6 months, and it's really fun. It's a good family activity, and really good at crashing.
Remote control helicopters are also big in the club. Flying looks simple, but it takes a lot of practice.
It's fun to fly a plane. You can do a knife edge like this. You can do walls like this, and even tortils or stalls like this.
If you like flying, May 20th, a fly-in at the Lake City Airport. Everything from remote control to general aviation. If you're thinking about getting into the remote control airplane business, you can pick up one for about $300, or you can spend as much as $6,000 for something like this. On the road with Cecil's World in Lake City with the Flying Tigers, I'm Cecil Chandler.
These Mayo High School for Math, Science, and Technology students were only in the 6th grade on September 11, 2001, but they were old enough for the scenes of that tragic day to forever be embedded in their minds.
Tragedy, just general sorrow, shock, really.
Terrorist attacks, the Twin Towers falling, New York.
Even though students like those in this 11th grade AP US history class remember the events of 9/11, there are others who don't, and administrators across the state are working to change that. Back in 2005, the State Department of Education revised its social studies standards to include the teaching of global terrorism. So now teachers like Jill Knight are able to include the events of September 11th in their curriculum.
I believe it's probably one of the greatest events that has impacted our students in current history. To me, it's the Pearl Harbor, it's the JFK assassination. It's one of those events where they will always remember where they were.
An effort to help kids who don't remember September 11th learn about it, and those who do never forget.
Lisa Edge is live in Myrtle Beach now with more. Lisa?
Well, Bob, Santee Cooper, Ori Electric, and Progress Energy are just a few of the companies who are having to keep up with the demands of their customers, including ours. And between these 3 companies, more than 20,000 megawatt hours have been used in just one day. If you take a quick trip through any neighborhood, you'll likely find ACs at full blast, high numbers on the meter, and people keeping cool inside because of the hot weather.
I try to do whatever I have to do outside real early in the morning or late at night so the sun doesn't get you.
Janice Jackson says she expects a high energy bill this month, but developed her own ways to conserve energy, like turning on the ceiling fan. Have you been running your air conditioner nonstop?
Yep. Yes. I'm not on my sunroom. Then the sunroom, I just run that during the afternoon and late or early evening, and then I shut it off.
To make sure you get the best out of your air conditioner unit, power companies suggest you get your heat pump checked before the season, change or clean your filter monthly, and set your thermostat to the warmest possible setting.
I keep my temperature at 75 and then I close it off during the day and open it at night. And then in the winter I put it at 70 and open it up during the day so the sun heats it and then close it at night.
And I can attest that Janet's method works. I spent some time in her home today and it was still very cool. As for the power companies, they say they can keep up with the demand, but they do ask that everyone uses their energy wisely. Bob.
Yeah, good advice. Lisa Edge, thanks for that live report tonight.
We're going to go to News 13's Rusty Ray, who is in Conway on 501 near the Walmart there. Conway, Rusty, what are you looking at in Conway at this time?
Well, Nikki, we've made our way down from Marion, and Leon Myers and I are standing on top of our live truck. We're right in the middle of 501, and what we want to show you is down here. We're right next to the Walmart. Water is almost all the way across Highway 501. As you can see, this intersection behind me, the stoplights aren't working, and there is standing water. Folks are making their way easily, very easily. If Leon can pan back here to this Citgo station, you'll see even more water. Very slow going here in Conway. And Nikki, I got to tell you, as we made our way down from Marion, down 501, as you crossed into Horry County, what a difference it makes. The storm really left its calling card in Horry County. Lots of debris on 501, and as you can see, standing water right here getting close to downtown Conway, and all the businesses are boarded up. This Citgo folks are kind of hanging out. I don't even know if they're selling gas or what, but we've got a lot of cars coming through very slowly, and the standing water making it very difficult to get through, and so we just caution folks, like you said, if they're going to be out and about, please take it easy and be on the lookout for this water.
Rusty, you may have mentioned it, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes that people handing you pieces of paper, but how deep would you say that water is that we're seeing right now?
I think the water that Leon's showing right now is probably, as you can maybe see on this white suburban looking vehicle here, probably 3, 4, 5 inches. That's a big vehicle you're seeing, and that's a lot of water coming up. So no matter the size of your car, you got to take it easy. I'd say at the deepest point, what we just saw over there, probably 5 inches. And down back at this intersection, as you can see, the murkier colored water, probably the deeper areas, as you get in the middle of that intersection, at some points maybe up to 6 inches deep, Nikki. We went through it, and we turned around and says, we got to show people what's going on here in Conway.
You know, I'm always amazed that people get out and drive in this because a lot of times you don't know what you're going into. We've said this over and over again. You can get into water that's extremely deep, and the next thing you know, you've hydroplaned, or you've bogged down, or you're in a serious situation.
I tell you what, Nikki, as we were coming down into Horry County, folks were pulling off the side of the road right there in Gallivan's Ferry, between there and Aner. Folks just pulling off. They couldn't stand it. They couldn't bear to drive in those conditions. Very rough, even though the sun looks like it's coming out, and as Don was saying, that the storm is moving that away towards North Carolina. Still, conditions not favorable out here.
Absolutely. Okay, stay safe, and we will check back in with you a little later on as well. We appreciate the video that you brought our way.